Hi guys, welcome. So today we're going to be talking about features in a landing page or must-have features in a landing page, and we're going to be using several examples here. As you can see in our screen, we're going to be showing you different landing pages from different companies and how they look like, how they function, and if what we have in several companies are the same thing we have in our own landing page. And you will be asking, what's the difference between a landing page and a website? So a landing page is more like the initial page someone, you know, goes to when he enters your site, more like a sales page, right? But most of the times it's usually the home page. But sometimes in a website that have several pages, you can have a landing page separate from the home page. That is a landing page where you want them to take a particular action. That's why it's called a landing page. So most websites these days only just have one single one page. They call it a one page website or one page landing page. Landing page, yeah. So if you check here, the first one you're going to see here is the menu, like I said, and most of the time the menu would have the home, about, programs, use case, depending on what you are building. So, and you have the home section where it has its heading, body, buttons for demo, and this differs. Sometimes if you check product like this, they change, in terms of direction, in terms of where it's going to show. Like if you check this particular product, you could see that there's nothing here and it's different style for the header. So we call here the hero section. So when building, the hero section is more like the first section that you see in a landing page, right? If you check other pages, most of the times most of them use this, but some of them still use this format depending on the tech products that you are building. So the hero section is very, very important. So, and it contains your heading, buttons, and this could be a pop-up if you want the video. You don't want to have a full video, then this is a product. So a lot of products. So if you go to let's say product hunt, you can get different kinds of startups and see how their landing page look like, but majority of them have these settings for their hero section. So it now depends on where you want to position your primary video or image that is talking to your potential customers. So now if we come down the second page, I used to call it trusted section. So this is maybe people that have used your product, or you people that know about your product, or people that you featured like in news, or they featured you, sorry. So in news, any platform, or potential clients. So this could be anything. So that's why we call them partners. Sometimes not compulsorily, not all. Say if you are a startup and you don't have results or anything, you can always leave this blank. So the next, the most important part is features. So this part talks about your products. So take for example, now if you go here, you could see here this one, they have trusted company, and you could see the companies that most of the time is customers that they are trusted with. Then if you come down here, you can now see them start talking about their products. So these talking about their products have different what do they call it, format, shape. Like if you come down here, I love these guys, same thing here. They started talking about their products here. They started with the problem, right? What problem are we trying? Most of the times it's called use case. So they started with the use case, then they came down to solutions. Then they started telling the users about the solution that they provide. So if you come to Twilio, every product is different. Twilio have been around the block for a very long time. So you have the different ways they explain their product. If you come to deal, if you come down here, the first of all talked about their global platform now. So the difference between being a startup and where they are is different. So why companies around the world prefer deal, you get. So give you more reasons to work with them, right? So different stages of the company, you'd have to show different things in the beginning of your landing page. But most of the time, startups, the features that your product actually sells is what come next. Then after that, pricing, obviously. So people need to know what kind of pricing you are using. So some persons usually bring testimonials above pricing, right? It depends. So and also I'm gonna be giving out this landing page. I'll drop access to it, and don't forget to subscribe, follow, and share this video and like. You get. So most persons do bring testimonials. Like for example, now you can see testimonials before pricing. Sometimes they don't bring pricing at all, depending on the product. Let's check Twilio. So okay, because these guys have lots of pages, they tend to put their pricing in other pages because these guys are more they've gone far, right? So they may not put their pricing here again. But majority of them, if you're building a landing page comes either after the testimonial or before the testimonial. So depending on how you want to do it. So this one gets a product out there like in no time. Then after that, you have your frequently asked section. So this is very important, right? Where you get to answer questions that your ideal customers would want to ask, right? And you put in all the information, and you can put in contacts that if you have a chatbot, it all depends on what you have on your platform. So if you have a chatbot, you can put it here, and if you don't have, you can put your WhatsApp, Telegram, or what community Discord that you belong to. So this is very, very important. So then you have the footer, obviously. So the footer might contain other pages, other things like use case or whatnot, right? And it can be simple, but it may not be this elaborate. You get, so it may just be a simple design. So there are many landing page out there. You can go to if you go to product hunts. So if you visit product hunt, you can find new startups that come out every day. So let's try like 3 startups and see if what I just showed you is almost the same thing, right? So I think Magic, these guys should be products of the day. Yeah. So let's see if their landing page is the same. So let's visit their website. So as that is loading, I am going to open these guys as well so that we could see their landing page. Okay, so magic is actually using our template, right? Almost the same format where you have the heading. Geez, this is almost the same thing. So you have showcase your product, components. Okay, this is a components library stuff, right? Okay, yeah, we actually created component library. You can check that in our website. So yeah, and this thing here I was talking about is a component library. What a coincidence! Seriously, like I didn't research these guys. So if you come down, I think they're still showcasing their components, right? So you could see that they showed what do they call it, their reviews, testimonials. Then if you come down here, this is featured. So I think they have a different page for pricing. Yeah, so that is for Magic Components Library. So then these guys I opened. So let me open them in another page, then open them in another page so that we can look at examples of real life product to see if this is actually what is adopted. So this is an icon product. Let's see. Okay, website. This is opening here. Let's get to see this as well. So as they are loading, we're going to check them one after the other. So same thing here. These guys are also using our format, but the little difference is that they have images by the side, and you can see how they did theirs, of course. So when building a product, sharp, this quick thing, the landing page has to be fast, simple, no stress, and talk about what you do. So you could see how these guys very direct FAQ. So these guys are the first ones I'm seeing an FAQ on. So I think these other persons, so this is more like an icon stuff. So same thing with the hero section. The hero section is going from left to right. You can see it here, and if you come down, you can see more information about this. So you can go to product hunt or go to most SaaS companies and check how their landing page is You don't have to, when building your first product, you don't have to stress yourself. And your website has to be simple, direct, and deliver the message that needs to. So if you have sign in, sign up, the button has to be there and whatnot. So if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments. And if you want or need other videos like this, let me know and you can drop your suggestions. And also, if you need a landing page, we are one click away. Bye for now.